Thanks, Goose. Neon Struct de Augen der Welt, or Eyes of the World, is an indie stealth game brought to us by Minor Key Games. It may look simple, but there is more to it than meets the eye.
You are Gillian Cleary, a secret agent who is sent out on missions by her agency in a futuristic world that's in a state of extreme surveillance.
It's not the most impressive experience to start with. The world is very minimalist, as are the game's controls and mechanics. Move slowly to avoid making too much noise, stay hidden in the shadows, and perform takedowns of guards. All in the vein of something like Thief.
Your mission objectives are fairly straightforward. Things like locate classified information, plant a bug. Finding your way around the environment initially is your biggest challenge because everything looks kind of the same.
And taking down guards is not a necessity either. In fact, there's optional objectives of just pickpocketing them without being detected or alerting anyone to your presence. But I just like to get everybody out of my way so they don't cause trouble for me later on.
If you're spotted, it doesn't take much to put you out of action. So you need to hot-foot it out of there and break line of sight. Then you can keep going about your spy business.
Personally, I found this pretty slow to start with, but things did start to get strange on our second outing. You begin questioning your orders and the actions of your superiors. You want more information. And end up getting more than you bargained for.
Yes, all of a sudden the game takes a turn. It seems you know too much and the agency turns against you. Now you're on the run, an agent gone rogue, and things get more exciting.
Yeah, I felt bad about judging this book by its cover badge. It's actually pretty cool. You get a few interesting gadgets to play with, like devices that silence your footsteps for a time or scramble vision. Completing your objectives is one thing, but also finding your way out of a building is a whole other puzzle in itself.
And the story is genuinely compelling. Trying to uncover the secrets you got caught up in with the agency, while always staying in the shadows, and breaking in and out of restricted areas.
Which leads me to one of my favourite features of this game, Barjo, the hacking tool. Hacking minigames have taken many forms across many games that we've played. But in Neon Struct, the hacking minigame is Breakout. It's awesome.
Isn't it? I actually look forward to those little hacking moments because of that. And it all ties in with the sort of 80s neon feel of the game. I quite liked the world design. They've done a lot with essentially very little graphically.
There are thoughtful touches here and there. Even a ramen noodle store where you order from a vending machine, just like in Japan.
And it pays to explore and talk to people too. It'll land you with little clues and extra bits of info, gadgets or cash for upgrades. Further into the game, you'll start to get your hands on more advanced gadgets as the levels get tougher. But as always, staying hidden is key, and how much you want to challenge yourself is really up to you.
Yeah, there is a generous range of difficulty options and multiple optional objectives to test yourself with. And something we're seeing more and more now in video games is the addition of a tourist mode if you just want to experience the story and don't want to be bothered by guards at all. Oh, and another thing we have to mention is the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's a soundtrack that's definitely worth checking out in its own right. It was made especially for the game by the electronic band The Home Conversion. And it plays an integral part in setting the scene and transporting you into this neon punk future.
Well, wrapping up, I was intrigued by Neon Struct. It's not exactly a masterpiece of game design, but it is well made.
Yeah, and there's something nice about its simplicity, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded just a little bit more differentiation and clarity in the design to just help me figure out where I was and what I was looking for, though. Just a little bit more detail.
Yeah, I agree. You need patience to play this game, and perseverance to get to the good stuff. But a true stealthy spy never rushes the job. It's the story and the soundtrack that'll keep you involved in this game. It doesn't reinvent the wheel mechanics-wise, but I enjoyed my time with it. I'm giving it 2.5 stars.
Yeah, I'm giving it 2.5 out of 5 as well.